What's the deal, y'all? It's your girl Tamika. Just wanted to say hey and wanted to come and talk to y'all for a minute. So, I've been following the death of Prince just like everybody else. Rest in peace to an amazing, amazing legend. He was a musician. He was the epitome to me of a musician. And, I'm deeply sad of his passing. But I was sitting there reading an article in People magazine, and, they were talking about how, he had a dependency to Percocet and all this. And let me tell y'all, I was a little upset. And I was a little upset because, to me, this is just further confirmation of how the media tears down people's legacies. No matter what they do in their life, no matter how many, records they break or know how many lives that they touch, at the end of the day, all the media does is tear people down. And I hate to be like this, but it seems to be more of a trend with the African American celebrities. Like, you think about this thing with Prince. Like I said, a true musical genius, a true epitome of a musician, and all the lives he touched, and all. I'm not just talking about with music, but it's been said that he's given so much to the community anonymously and things of that nature, and all they can think about is, oh, he had addiction to Percocet. Oh, he was spotted coming out of a drugstore days before he died. Oh, they had to have an emergency landing because he had an overdose and things of this nature. And it's like, okay, yes, we need to know. I want to say we need to know this, but we really don't even need to know this. But if you want to, as journalists, if you want to put that out there, as a fellow journalist, I'm not mad about that. What I am mad about is that you keep harping on it. You're not giving us the full scale of his life. You guys are dwelling on all this stuff about, his dependency to Percocet instead of just remembering the legend. It seemed like it just took a life of its own, this thing about him being on Percocet. And I'm like, but why? Why can't we just focus on his great life? Yeah, everyone wants to know how he passed. And yes, this could be a teachable moment of how people can become drug dependent when they hurt themselves. But it should not be the focal point when we talk about this man's death. We should talk about, like I said, all the lives that he's touched and all the great music that's been a part of our lives for decades, okay? So that kind of made me mad. And like I said, it just brought back some ill feelings that I have towards how the media does things when it comes to celebrity deaths. Like, for instance, my girl Whitney, as many lives as she touched, and as angelic as her voice was, as many records that she broke, and all the good that she did in the world, that people were like, yeah, her nippy Foundation for Children did a lot for children in the community. And, a lot of people have stated, how she helped them in their time of need or whatever. But despite people speaking out, the loudest voices that we hear is the media talking about, how she died of a drug overdose in a bathtub, and how, she was just so gone on drugs and this and that. And it was just so sad. I'm like, this woman has done so much in her career. She's more than her addiction. And that really pissed me off. For them to do that. Even with Bobby Christina. These circumstances, these eerie circumstances of how she died identically to her mother. No one's talking about all this suspicious behavior. No one's paying attention to all the friends that have come forward and said certain things that Nick Gordon has done No one's paying attention to that. All they want to do is talk about, oh, heroin-like substances were found in her system, and she drowned of what did they say? Drowning in drug intoxication. That's what they want to focus on, instead of really focusing on this young lady could have very well been murdered. But no, the media want to sensationalize the drug addiction. And it's just sad. And, even with, like, I remember even when Luther died, they didn't talk about the Velvet Voice and how he wrote for people. They were talking about whether he was gay or not. Everybody was trying to find his secret boyfriend now that he was dead. It's just like, why do the media feel like it's okay to defame someone's legacy when they're gone? Like, I feel as though we should celebrate their talent and the great things that they left behind. And I don't see that. I don't see that with the media and what they do. Like, David Bowie, God bless his soul. Like, we didn't hear much about anything negative when he passed. Everybody was just brokenhearted. And I was just like, not that we're not supposed to talk about these celebrities' dark days. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, can we talk about that, but can we mainly focus on their gifts and their achievements? I just think that not only the media, but we as a society, if we can just focus more on building people up instead of tearing people down, that we'll all be better off. And maybe we wouldn't have so many of these tragedies, where people have to turn to drugs for comfort because people are just so busy trying to tear them down. Okay, so that's all I have, guys. Let me get back to work. Till next time, y'all. Peace and love.